Hi and good afternoon. It's a quick one. I wasn't going to record today because I've got 2 days off a week now, and so my plan is I will record on Thursdays, just craft on Tuesdays, so I can actually get my space to be the way it is. But I'm extremely excited because today the gardeners are coming between 12 and 1, which is now. I'm running late, to move my shed, level it and set me up nicely ready. Sorry, I'm so excited. But anyway, don't mind my hands. I started work at home, cleaning the back garden. I'm going to clear out the shed and have it ready. And then whilst I'm here, I have a few bits I want to do. I'll tell you about what I want to do if I get the time. Otherwise, I'll just show you. I have to sort out this bed, get the threading rods in, or if not that, I'm thinking I've got one more pack of raised beds to use, and I'm thinking I might use the sides to finish these off as 2 raised beds, and then it will work better without the threading rods. My tomatoes luckily are surviving the cold. It's gone really cold. I'm jumping all over the place, but ignore that. And I was worried about them, but the good thing is it's fine. So let me get on and get the shed emptied, ready for them to come between 12 and 1. And then I want to do some weeding and to make up the remaining beds to see whether or not my idea will work the way I'm thinking it will do, because it involves me joining this bed as well, getting the edges on the side to make up this other bed, but I don't know whether or not it will work. It's a very windy day, so you're going to be at a weird angle, and I'm hoping that everything will work out the way I want it to. All right, let's get on. That did not take as long as it did the last time I did it. I think having cleared a lot of the clutter has made it a lot easier. So what I'm going to do now is, because the shed is empty, I'll send the gardener a message letting him know. I forgot my torch at home. I've got one of those gas torches that burns weeds, because I want to just burn the bindweed that's around here and try and slow it down a little bit. So I'm going to go back home and get that whilst I wait for them to arrive. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm thinking I'll weed the paths, but I also really do want to put together my last bed and see whether or not the idea I have in my head for this section here, this little section here, will work, whether I can separate these 2 beds, because I think they will work much better, because that will be the best thing I can achieve today. The other thing I want to try and do is, we turn you all the way around to where my new beds are. My plan is to try and see if I can get a couple of wheelbarrows of manure into there, a little bit at a time, to see whether or not I can achieve what I want, which is to get the beds ready for my beans, because bolotti beans, I think they're called, were absolutely fantastic last year, and I want to get some more for this year. But I'm going to turn you off for now and get on with what I need to do. Guys, they moved it so easily. They made it look easy, and the reason is they put planks onto the sides, drill them in, hold it, and then just lift. So the shed is in the process of being moved. Exciting. Okay guys, the shed was moved. I've just been busy trying to reinforce it, but I think I know what I will do to reinforce it later. I need to get the stuff back in because it's getting late, and tomorrow is a work day. So basically, after the move, it was very rickety because I just lifted a heavy stone here. I need to pull these together, and ideally I need someone on the outside when they're being screwed together to add weight so that they can push together as I screw them in. I probably need slightly shorter screws, or I need screws that will actually pull things together as you screw them in, rather than just going through the wood. once that's done, it'll be secure. I've closed off the hole that was down there with these bits of wood, and I think it will hold. I've also put in these, which the guys used to move the shed. I tell you guys, they moved it in minutes. I couldn't record them obviously because I didn't have their permission, but they moved it in minutes. And I've put them in, and I've screwed them from the outside to hold the frame rigid against the wind. But what I will need to do is, I'll probably need to do some more reinforcing halfway up with a bit of wood. And one of the guys told me to get just 50mm plywood to slot into these sections, and use some kind of material that you just use to push it onto the wall, and it will glue itself down. So that's what I'm going to be doing all the way around to close that off. That will be a project for another day when we're not so busy with all the other bits in the garden. So right now I'm just going to put everything back in, and I'm going to go home. Something else I did whilst they were doing that, I separated my long bed into two, so that will need finishing off. But in the meantime, I need to put the greenhouses back where they were. I love this, so I'm going to harvest it and take it home. I love red mustard. It is so tasty. It has a very nice flavor, cross between bitter and nice. So my tomatoes are still hanging on. They don't look fantastic, but you know what? I can't do anything about it. There's always the shops if those don't work out. And I also put together this bed. So what I did in order to be able to separate this bed into two, rather than using the threading rod, I made the 1 meter by 1 meter beds into a 1 meter by 2 meter bed by joining them up. And I still need to settle it properly here, but it worked well. So I did that one for here, and that will make a very nice bed, and I can access it from both sides, so it will work absolutely fine. And to end up with two sides, I started with this one, which I did exactly the same to, and that gave me two sides, which I then used to separate the other two. So this is going to be my bean bed, and what it means is I can actually create more of a path between these two, allowing for better movement through the plot, because all I would have to do is step across here like this in order to walk across here. So I'm very pleased with that. And on Thursday, which will be a more gentle day of doing very little and light work, I'll finish off sorting out this bed here. I'll finish off sorting this out and getting it bedded down and moved. So what they did is they used some of my paving stones to move, to settle here, and then they put the shed on top, and it looks fantastic. The space I've been left with is big. It means that I can actually have a bed in front of the space. I've put weed membrane here, which I'm actually going to spread going this way and that way, but for now this will do. And this will be my sitting area to watch my space and my garden. We're getting there. We're getting there, slow but sure. But now let me get on and actually get everything put away so I can go home.
Hanging on to hope and holding on to a dream, wishing for the kind of love you see in magazines. The illusion falls and nothing's what it seems to be, and the part left is hurting deep inside of me. Heard a whisper, someone saw you at the bar. Was it the same night you had trouble with your car? It's getting old, I've heard your stories told 1,000 times. Baby, you are using the same old lines. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time, I've been blind. 'Cause there's no fixing what's been broken. This ain't the first time I'll be drinking you off my mind.
just in time. We are done. It's about to start raining, so I'm grateful for that because of the fact that I haven't got time to water my plants today. But I'm hoping that we'll have a decent amount of rain overnight. Okay, it's time to go home, rest and relax. That's all that is left. This section, beautifying this section. I've got one more week to get it done because my birthday is not this Saturday coming, but the Saturday afterwards, 17th of May. I want this done so I can come up and just smile and look around. So for now, we're stopping it here. Have a good one, everyone. Hope you have a good week.